So here's number 1 on the green worksheet for 7.4, and I want to encourage you to not rely on the calculator all that much. Look, when you get to a point where you reasonably need to use the calculator, go ahead and use it. But for things that you could have done in middle school or elementary school, please, please do those things in your head. If you try to punch this entire thing into your calculator all at once, you will likely run into the wrong answer. Unless you're really good at parentheses, unless you have some kind of program that does the quadratic formula or anything like that, that's great, that's fine. But if you don't, if you are the average person, what you want to do with something like 1a is this. You want to do something like -6 plus the square root of. Take the extra minute to do a few things in your head. You have your own calculator right here. You know what 6 squared is. If you don't know what 6 squared is, you wouldn't be in this class, right? 6 squared is 36. This is a subtraction sign. And I know you know what 4 times 1 times -5 is. -20, right? So 4 times 1 times -5 is right here, and that is -20. I haven't picked up the calculator yet. If you need to pick up the calculator to do 2 times 1 on the bottom, you got problems. Okay? Take the time to do a few things in your head. Even the next part right here. 36 double minus. I know you were taught in this curriculum at Mount Lebanon what subtracting a negative becomes. Adding, right, or positive. So what is 36 plus 20 more? 56. Haven't used the calculator yet. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you what you should be doing. You should not be using a calculator yet. Now, I don't know the square root of 56 off the top of my head. It's probably bigger than 7, but smaller than 8. And quite frankly, I don't really care what it is exactly. So at this point, I would go ahead and move to my calculator and go ahead and do the numerator. Here's the proper way of doing this now. -6 plus second root 56. Press enter and then divide by 2. And you should be guaranteed getting the right answer, 0.742 for 1a. If you got it wrong, I'd like you to go back and redo it. Do the parts that you know you can do in your head, Let's try another one. How about C? I'll show you where a lot of people mess up in C. They mess up on C by going here and just jumping in with, I'm going to do 5 plus the square root of -5 squared. Whoops, that's not squared. Squared. And then they keep going, and you're going to get the wrong answer, mainly because of what I did right here. Okay? That -5 squared, that's where you're going to mess up if you try to punch it all in the calculator too quickly. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and clear this, and I'm going to encourage you to tell me what -5 squared is without picking up a machine. Positive 25, right? If you rely on the calculator and forget parentheses there, it'll say -25, and it will be wrong, okay? And the bridge will fall down. Next, we're subtracting 4 times 4 times -3. I know you can do it. 16 times 3, 48, but negative, right? So we're subtracting a -48. On the bottom, you have 2 times 4. So what we're dealing with here is 5 plus the square root of, what does this become? Plus. So what's 25 plus 48? 60 plus 13, 73, right? Or 13, carry the 1, 73. All that over 8. Calculator time, at long last. Didn't take that long. Do 5 plus the square root of 73. Hit enter. Then divide by 8. 1.693 is the answer to 1C. Do B and D in a similar fashion, please. Do this in your head. It's 16. If you don't know 4 times 2 times 1, get out. I'm just kidding. It's 8. All right, do some of this stuff in your head so that you don't confuse the calculator, who would then in turn give you the wrong answer. Enjoy.